Alright class, I wanted to teach you how to make a few fun little dollar origami shapes. I'll explain a bit about why I find origami to be a fun little life skill to have in your back pockets, literally, while guiding you through some of the shapes here. Let's jump right in with the really basic one. You're going to want to start by just basically folding your corners in. You're going to want to repeat that on both sides. You'll find that origami has a lot of repeating things on both sides. But I find this to be, being a perfectionist myself, it's a fun little skill that kind of embraces that, as you really can kind of focus in really sharply on getting nice crisp edges, crisp folds. It can be almost soothing in a way. You can just really put your mind at ease and kind of get lost in the process. You should have something like that, and we're going to continue further from there. You want your next fold to be off at a slight angle. You want it kind of splayed out a little bit. And once again, you're going to repeat that on both sides. Doesn't have to be perfect here, says the perfectionist. But you should have something like that, and we're going to have our first little shape, a nice little puppy dog there. So let's go ahead and jump right into the second one. And it begins the exact same way as the last one, again on both sides. This is also a fun little skill to have if you have kids, especially young kids. Stuck waiting at a doctor's office, waiting room, have a few dollar bills in your back pocket, want to do a little razzle dazzle at the next party or get together, pull out some fun little origami shapes. Young kids especially love that one. Once again, you're going to have something like that to start off with, except we're going to do a little something different this time. You want to flip it down, and we're going to fold up the bottom section here. Again, looking for nice crisp folds. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're looking for basics here. We should have something like that. Nice little start there, and then we're going to go ahead. This is getting into the tough part here. You got to hold down the center portion because it'll tend to bunch up with this shape. But you want to. This one you're looking for a nice straight up and down fold. Get a nice little crease. Once again, I'm going to do that on both sides. We'll flip that one over. We have our second shape, nice little kitty cat. There you go. So we'll jump right into our last one here. This one does start a little bit different. We're going to go ahead and fold this one in half this time. Get a good crease for this one because you're going to be able to see that crease later on. This is also a great little life skill to have. If you want to leave a tip that impresses. I made little shapes for the servers and bartenders and whatnot on a cruise I had last summer, actually. And as a result, I got some of the best service, made some great friends, and it really did contribute to making a lot of lasting memories that I don't think I would have had otherwise. So it can definitely help to break the ice. Kyle, pay attention here. Yeah. Start off this one with a little bit different, like I said. So once you have something like that, we're going to go ahead and flip that over. And we're going to go ahead and fold in our corners here. We're getting a little bit more advanced. Alright, and once again, we're going to do that on both sides. Put the kitty cat back. Now we want to take our wings and we're going to make this nice and aerodynamic. We're going to go ahead and fold our wings in. Sometimes you got to force the paper. It doesn't want to bend the way you want it to bend. But that's where the patience aspect of this comes in, as I was saying from the beginning. Especially when you get into a lot more advanced shapes. Sometimes it requires incredible precision. So you should have something like that. And now we are going to go ahead and flip our other corners in here. We'll flip this one over, and I just want to say, everyone, it has been an absolute pleasure spending my summer with you guys. Professor, I've learned a lot. Has contributed to my success, I'm sure. And thank you. I really appreciate it, guys. Take care.